Hi everyone, welcome to my analysis compilation number 13. And the first clip that we're going to look at involves this learner vehicle where the camera's operating from. There looks as though there's some roadworks up ahead and everyone's merging. And this learner driver is really slow away. They should have moved much earlier than this. But they're a learner at the end of the day. But this does need to be taken into account for what happens shortly. As normal, people aren't using all the road space and merging at the front where the cones start. And this always causes issues. If everyone did do this, everyone knows where they should be positioned. Now, watch this cursor to the right. There was a beep of the horn, but it didn't require this reaction. He's got from the driver's seat through the passenger seat and he's coming out to have a go. I don't know exactly what was said, but an incident like this could put a learner off for life. Classic learner abuse. Would he have done this to a police car? Absolutely not. And my bet is when he finds his face is on YouTube, he'll be embarrassed of his actions and I'll have a privacy complaint to deal with. So if his face has been blurred by the time you're watching this, you know what type of person he is. Just going back to my early comment about using all the space. If people did this, there's no jostling for room. Everyone knows exactly where they should fit in. One from one side and one from the other. When will people learn? In this clip, the car in front doesn't do the best lane change. Their observations are poor. But there are a couple of things about the overtake that we're going to look at. I think this is the A12 which heads north out of London, and I think this is a 40 limit. I might be wrong, but if we look at my viewer's speedo, they're nearly doing 60. And this is before they accelerate to do the overtake. Now that's nearly 70. But the speeding aside, there's also something else that my viewer should and could have done better. The gantry up ahead is showing that there's a lane moving off to the left. So sometimes vehicles are going to need to move to the middle lane to continue ahead, and this should be anticipated. If you combine this with the rate of acceleration we've just had, the potential lack of a signal and the speed that my viewer's catching the other vehicles, you're in for problems. My viewer was aware enough to fix it though. Fair play. And although my viewer wasn't at fault for this, they weren't aware enough to fix it. Would you have been? Let's try and pick up on the clues. Watch the brake lights and how all the traffic in the right lane is quite tightly bunched. When one of the vehicles brakes, they'll all have to. But the driver of the black car next to us doesn't seem to brake whatsoever. They must have been distracted. They just swerve. And this lack of slowing is the main thing that my viewer should have picked up on. My viewer had 4 seconds from when the brake lights first started to this point here. Do you think you would have stopped this collision from happening? Perhaps it's a tough ask, but hopefully now you've seen this clip, you might just be aware if it happens to you. And I'd like to use this opportunity to thank all my viewers for sending in these great clips. It benefits so many people.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
What the f just happened?
He stopped in front of me, I didn't see you. My bad. Are you okay?
Don't know.
Let me move the car.
For this clip we've got the absolute classic roundabout rear ender. You can't just be looking to the right and staring at the vehicles. You've got to be looking right and left throughout your emerge. And if you don't, you'll do this. I'm pretty sure there's many accidents that happen just like this on a daily basis. Please let me know in the comments whether this has ever caught you out, or in fact nearly caught you out. And if not, have you ever been on the receiving end? Because I know I have, a few times. In this clip we are watching the vehicle on the right that emerges terribly, and the lorry that comes round the corner a little fast. That lack of care could have led to 3 cycling fatalities. Why do you think the red car decided to pull out? Let's have a look. As you know, I witness plenty of poor driving around my learner vehicle on a daily basis, and my theory on why this happens has got a little bit to do with this clip. Other motorists see learner drivers and cyclists as an opportunity to go, and because of impatience they tend not to look properly. Has the driver of the red vehicle rushed their observations because they've seen the cyclists are possibly slower than other traffic that could be coming from this direction? And has that made them miss the lorry, which you can just about make out coming round the corner? Well, I certainly think so. What about you? That definitely could have turned nasty quite easily. Shameless plug time. This footage was collected on an in-of system, and the footage looks pretty good. If you're in the market for a camera system for your motorbike, please check out the links in the description. Now, onto the clip. In this one I think my viewer makes a similar mistake as the driver did that ended up hitting them, and it's something that I've already explained in this episode. Have a look at the second vehicle in front. It's already braking. How long does it take my viewer to actually slow down? Well, look for the dip in the footage. There we go, and it's about 4 seconds. That's quite a long time to react. But luckily my viewer had a nice dry piece of tarmac to do the braking, and they were able to stop. Now have a look at the vehicle behind. They do the same. And again, it took around 4 seconds for them to react, but this time the driver behind's wheels are on the wet stuff. Catching under braking is dangerous. If road users are slowing down in front, make sure you're slowing down at least as much. Keep safe everyone, I'll see you soon.